hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be in the show business?
Okay, good question. I mean, we wouldn't change a single thing about what we do.
Really?
Because mostly it's an amazing feeling.
We don't really feel like we have an image particularly. We're concerned with playing music, and that's what we do, and that's what we do best.
Sometimes we get a little bit tired, or sometimes we want to go home for a bit, but when we think back to when we were 14 years old and we were all dreaming of playing music in some way or another, I think we would have been very happy to know what we're doing now.
How do you feel when you read some comparisons on Coldplay to other British bands, such as Radiohead, Travis? Does it annoy you?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I think we've been around long enough now to not think about that too much.
When you're a new band, you know, you're always going to get compared to other bands because it's the easiest way for the journalist to kind of get the general sound across, you know.
It only used to annoy us when we felt like it was true.
Yeah. Anything that we read that we think is true, we get upset about.
Since Beatles, there's this picky thing going on between British bands and America. How was the people's reaction in America when you played there for the first time?
We've always loved playing in America, and we always will, because from the moment we arrived there, we were welcomed.
It was one of those things where you play, there's 10 bands, and we were kind of in the middle of it. But either side of us were System of a Down and big, heavy bands, so we were kind of worried that we were going to get...
The first thing we did was in Los Angeles in the year 2000, and that was a great way to start. So I think we got a very good first impression.
Talking about influences, you were a big Ian McCulloch from Echo and the Bunnymen fan. Could you tell us the situation that you met him?
Ian McCulloch and Echo and the Bunnymen are kind of legendary in England, and he has a very, very cool image. You know, he wears this big long coat and big hair. So we were all a bit like, stay away from him, you know, he looks frightening. But then we were eating some soup one day and we just started talking, and I was very nervous. And then after a few weeks we realized, of course, that he's just a lovely man. So he would kind of give us some help with our album and give me some good advice about how to deal with things and how to handle criticism, and you know, we just became friends with him.
Daqui a pouco a segunda parte da entrevista. Agora a gente vê um trecho do show do Coldplay no Video Music Awards, que vai ser apresentado sexta-feira.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest band in the world, Coldplay.
Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, and tell you I set you apart. So tell me your secrets and ask me your questions.
got an overnight success. Could you set a turning point?
It was a long night.
Could you set a turning point in this short career?
I'd say the turning point for us was probably when we wrote a song called Yellow. And everything that song did for us was so that the turning point was the moment when that song arrived.
How is it to play in a country for the first time?
We've tried to make the shows as good as it can possibly be, and that doesn't change depending on what country we're in, So I think we've been touring this album for over a year now, and I think we've got our live show to a really good level that we're all happy with.
If you mess up on your first time, then it's harder to prove yourself.
To make up.
Exactly.
It's like messing up on the first date, you
Yeah.
quite often won't end up with another one.
If I ever caused you trouble. No, I never meant to do you harm.
You said once that this album, A Rush of the Blood to the Head, could be the last Coldplay album.
Yeah.
Were you okay at that time? Why?
Yeah, I mean, it still could be.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to try and make another one. But if it's shit, then we won't release it.
Valeu e até amanhã.